My name is Joe Gaggus. I drive for Walmart. Been here 20 years. I've been dealing with sleep apnea since May of 2018, over 2 years. And it's been quite an ordeal. Had major surgeries. It's really affected my whole life. From a 320-pound man from when I started, I'm right now at 190. When I went through major surgeries and life-changing. You can't believe how life changed me. My God, this experience has been so overwhelming, it's unreal. And it's hard to explain it all on one little thing, but my main point here is the safety of drivers or any person out there that has sleep apnea. I just want to make sure that they know this little bit of information because nobody ever told me, and it wrecked my life. So first of all, we all know what sleep apnea is. Sleep apnea is 10 seconds of blockage of air when you sleep. And there's also hypopneus. The problem is, I went through all this problem, pain, and had my jaw broken, my tonsils bled out, and everything else. There's a condition out there that nobody wants you to really know about. And it's called open mouth. What is open mouth? Open mouth is when you got your sleep apnea machine on and air comes straight out your mouth when you're sleeping. So basically, it does a conundrum. Your brain's not getting enough air. It causes you to have panic attacks. It causes all kinds of stuff. But it's gradual, but that's why it took me for 15 months to even get tested for the machine. And then when I was tested for the machine, they didn't tell me what went wrong, and I went back to work. And now I got post-traumatic stress syndrome. Could have been all eliminated way down there. And it could have been when I first called SleepSafe and I asked them, look, I need to be tested on the machine. I want to test it on the machine. And they could have just said, well, here. They could have tested me, found me, had open mouth, and gave me a strap, and I had done none of that. And I could have been working way back then. But no, they checked the bully me. They wanted me to just do whatever they want. This has been going on for over 2 years. 2 years. There's a lot of stuff in here, and there's a lot of stuff that I have to present, but because of legal issues, my most concern is that you guys get tested for. The way you can get tested for, if you need this, is set a camera in your truck, or anybody that has sleep apnea, set a camera and watch yourself sleep a couple of nights. Once every 6 months or 4 months, and make sure you don't develop this condition. Because once you do, it's gradual, and I mean very gradual. Whoa, it's terrible. And you don't even notice it because it's affecting your brain. It's affecting your whole system, and you can't even think straight. It's really bad, but it has to be said and it has to be told. Since I'm no longer an employee of Walmart, they decided, well, we're not going to do nothing about it. So my loyalty over Walmart is gone. So I want you, the public, to be safe. Because if I go to sue, leave all these guys, it's going to take 10 decades, and they're going to try to hide all this information from you. And my more important is to save people's lives. So, get a camera, watch yourself, see if your mouth opens, and you'll hear it. The air coming out straight out of your mouth. I'm going to show you in a minute what it'll sound like, but they'll come straight out of your mouth. And when that happens, that means I don't have all this stuff, but I'm going to be doing an extensive VTO because I just got fired May 14th. I need to just get on there because it's bothering me, and I just want people to know that this is very dangerous. And it's not dangerous, it affects your health. It's dangerous, it affects your health if you're not caught and not aware of it. So my concern is to make people aware of what it is, okay? And not try to drag in my stupid company because that's that anger and all that other issues that I have, but I'm trying to work through it. And the best way for me to start to work through my problems is to deal with the problem that I first had, and this is sleep apnea machine and why I wasn't fixed and why I wasn't taken care of. And this could prevent other people from going through what I'm going. And there could be people out there going through this, they don't even know it, and this might be able to help them and have a better life. So, basically it all boils down to a trap straight and how you are treated and how you are, when you call for help and how they help you. They didn't help me for 15 months, and I've been calling the safety man. I've dealt with safety, I did all the open heart policies. I've been to the vice president 4 times open heart policy, and I still got the same thing. So this strap here, make sure, because they're just going to give you a machine like they did me. They just here's your machine, take your machine, instructions doing the thing, and then the first night I call them back, oh, no, excuses, all kinds of excuses. But all this stuff's going to come out at the end as soon as I find the legality of how I can present all my evidence. So I'm going to have to get a lawyer, and I'm going to be preparing everything. But I can do some things, and my first thing is the warning to you is about make sure that you don't have open mouth syndrome. And you can do that by putting a camera and seeing if you have it. If your mouth comes open, it's going to make this noise, what I tell you it's going to do. Well, I'm going to show you right now on the machine in a few minutes. Now, another thing is, once you do that, it's not a real big issue because you're sitting here watching the video and listen to me. My thing, like none, but it's a gradual thing. But mine's been over 2 years long doing this, so and it also affects the sleep apnea and the open the mouth is anxiety. So when you go in and get tested without that, you're sure you're going to have high amps, high apneas because they got you in bed strapped down. I mean, with all these straight box going, they got wires on your legs, wires all over your chest, bands up your chest, wires all over your face, and they expect you to go to sleep and just sleep normally. No, I recommend a home sleep one. At least you get more accurate because that way you're at home, you're at peace, and everything else. But the other way, they can do whatever they want. With a home one, they can't do what they want. It's more safe and more satisfactory to me, I think. And it'd be better to use a 2-day or a 3-day because sleep apnea vary each night. The whole purpose is don't panic, don't be scared. Just take care of yourself. Just put the camera and see where you're at. I'm trying to tell them. My whole problem was I needed a strap and nobody told me and did nothing about it. So this is the whole purpose of this thing is to tell everybody, make sure that if what they say, take a picture of your, watch yourself sleep yourself and make sure your mouth doesn't open if you're on a sleep apnea machine is my whole purpose. And if your mouth's open, get a strap. If it still opens, better call your doctor. Now I'm going to go to testing the machine. I want to keep this short and sweet because this is just a little tap of a thing because this just happened 14 because I had to give up my job because I was. And now my whole problem is right now, my job was over with. They won't let me come back. I mean, I'm supposedly screwed. So right now my process is I'm drawing unemployment. I'll draw unemployment. I've already signed up for Social Security disability. I'm in the process of that. I've already been denied. Now I have to do is get all my information together and go in front of a judge. And then I also got to get information and send it to OSHA, Medical Board, Labor Board, and any of the board wants me to forward it to. Those are the first ones I'm going to work on, and then from there I think I can use a whistleblower, and I can send them all documentations and all tapes and everything else with it because it's whistleblower is what I'm going to use. And for that, I would like to say, this is the machine. This is very hard for me, man, because post-traumatic stress syndrome, it's nothing nice. Now I got to go out there and look for jobs, and that's another thing is, I'm coming into another journey. How many of you would like to watch my journey of going through the system of Social Security, disability, trying to get a job, and on a machine, and you're 63-year-old, you have 3 more years to go, and you've got to go and find a new job at less pay and everything else. So, how would you be interested to see me going through the system with Social Security and unemployment, and watch me go and employ their employers and tell them my problem and everything and see if they hire me, even see if I can do the job. But I have to do all that to prove that I need Social Security disability, which I am going to do. And the 2 machines you see here in front of me, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to explain to you what open mouth is. Well, anyway, open mouth syndrome open mouth is just a way that your mouth opens up when you're breathing. At night you snore. When you open it up at night with the mask on your nose, basically what it is, stop it to snore. The problem was this machine, I was never ready for it. First day I put it on me, I could not do it. I did it for my job, to keep my job, to make those last 3 years old, and now I'm messed up the rest of my life. So, this is what open mouth sounded, and this is what it sounds like when it escapes out of your mouth. And if you got this, put a chin strap on. And if you're still doing that, you should call your doctor. You should call somebody and tell them what's going on. That's all I got recommended. But let me put it on here, and I'm going to show you what exactly this thing sounds like when it escapes. We're going to get up a little closer so you can hear it a little bit better off my mouth. You hear it goes straight out my mouth. And I'm going to do it normal, and then I'll get off my mouth and show you how it comes out. start the machine. Move. See, it's about as close as our breathing. You can see it's okay. Yeah, but when you're asleep, this is what happens. You go to bed, you fall asleep. That's open mouth. That's what happens when you open mouth. It dries your mouth all out. I'm trying to tell you, it's very unsafe. Go and see, check, and put a video up. Put a camera up. Check to see if you have open mouth. Put a strap on. That should take care of your problems right there.